is going to be one part of it, so it's photos. Okay, and what does photos mean? It means light. It means light. Okay, so I'm going to do a little picture and put a little sun because sun is light. I'm going to put my little, okay, photos, meaning light. And then tropic. Now, where did I get the word light?
From photos.
You see it on your sheet? Right there, Carson? Do you see it on your sheet?
Yeah, photos.
Okay, it says light. Thank you, Jerry. Okay, so then I have tropic, and what is the root word for tropic?
To turn.
Okay, I'm sorry, not the root word, the meaning. What is the definition? To turn, okay? So maybe I could do an arrow, and that looks like turn, doesn't it? Okay? So these two in combination, when we put them together, it means to turn towards light. Okay? Doing this mind map? No. Your quiz questions will be very much like the homework. It'll be fill in the blank with word banks, that kind of thing. Okay? All right, so if you did this for every single word, would this be a good review? Yep. Okay? Now, you can do it, actually, if you want. Waiting for it to go to the next slide. It's marked it. Huh. Okay, if you want, you have room on here. And, yeah, I have a little time. Okay, circumspect. So I can put circumspect right here. Now, guys, remember, I have to do it big so you can see it, okay? But you have space where you can do it smaller and fit it actually on the page, okay? So here I have circum. And what does circum mean?
Around.
Look around. Do you see it? I've already put it there. So I'm going to put, and you know what? I'm going to put some little eyes. Got my little eyelashes going there. Okay. And to, you know what? It says look around, so I'm going to draw an arrow. Look around. Okay. Do you see how you guys can do this? And you know, the idea of creating pictures to learn your vocabulary words, what that does is it puts it in the visual cortex of your brain and in your long-term memory, and there's certain parts of your brain that actually separately process both word recognition as a picture, and then another part of your brain recognizes it as meaning. Okay? So, did it? Okay. So anyway, I am actually going to, some of you guys are going to have a chance to make up your homework. I'm going to recollect this top page. Do you see how it's just the definitions? And I want to see mind maps for each one of these words. Okay? I want those of you who didn't do it a chance to test this theory out and see how it does for you. So I'm assigning it as homework for everybody. Okay? That's your homework tonight. And it's going to do you well on the test. Okay, this is Unit 1, Vocabulary, Book 3. Okay? Now, what I want you guys to think about, we're going to do phototropic right here. And when we do a mind map, we are going to look at how we can put the word in the center, and then what do we exactly branch off, okay? Now, obviously, it's not going to be as big and involved as the mythology. They're going to be little ones for each one, okay? So here, phototropic, and I'm just going to write it right on the side here. And you guys have room to do this. So I suggest you do this right now, unless you want to do it on a blank sheet of paper, but I will be collecting these. So you know what? You should probably be doing this on a blank sheet of paper. Okay, here we go. So phototropic, we're going to do it like this. Yep, circle it.
Like in the middle?
You're going to put it...
Is it like a mind map?
It's a mind map. Okay, so I'm going to divide this into two sections because we're looking at root words, Latin and Greek roots. So we have our circle here, kind of make it the center, and then I'm going to do one side photo. Okay? Now, what does photo mean? No, photo means light. Okay, it's the root word. So photo equals light. And you know what? I'm going to make another little picture here, and I'm going to draw the sun because the sun is light. Okay, and I like my little happy face. Okay. So that's photo. Then the other side of that word is tropic. Now, look in the definition that you've been given. It says tropane, which means to turn. So I'm actually going to make an arrow. See how that goes? To turn. Okay? So now I've got tropic, which means to turn. I've got photo, which means light. And so here we've got turn to light. Now we've got a nice little definition. All right, you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to move this up. Let's do phosphorescent. All right. Huh? Attaching it to phototropic, what you can do is actually attach it to the root word if you want to attach it to something. So you have PHOS, and then you have photos, and these mean light. Okay. You can put a big circle around it, and I'm going to put a half sun right here. So we've got light. Okay? Now I'm going to move that over a little bit because we're still doing phosphorescent. So now I'm going to do phosphorescent off the side here. Okay, I'm going to need to move this so that I can see it. Phosphorescent. Phos meaning light, foreign meaning to bear. So, phos meaning light. Okay, and you can use the same symbols. And then the other one was for rain. My handwriting seems to be a little better when I use cursive, so I'm going to use cursive. And for rain means to bear. Let's see, what would be a good way? I could make a little bear face, yeah. All right, to bear. Okay, and so then let's move this over. And we'll put, let's draw it all together so we're making connections. Again, now we're making connections to bear light. Okay, now let's check ourselves. I'm going to move this over a little and blow this up. And see where it says giving off light without heat. Does that fit what we've already come up with?
Yes.
Yes.
To bear light. Okay, so if we want, I'd like to add without heat, because that's kind of a good qualifier. You know, it just bears light. But so that means the same thing as reflecting light, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay? So is this starting to make sense? All right, I'm going to, let's see. All right, let's do photogenic. Photogenic. All right, so we have photo. Let's do photogenic. Okay, that's our word. And photo again. I'm going to do it this way. Photo again means light. So I'm going to make another little sun. Okay. And then genic means suitable for. Okay, I have to admit I'm kind of stuck on how to picture that. Genic, suitable for.
Draw a suit.
Eh.
Draw a cat.
I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe like a suitcase. Well, okay, now this is where you guys get kind of individual here. A suitcase is, you know, for me, I'm thinking a suitcase is suitable for travel. And then I'll just put, I'm going to put the word actually, suitable. Okay? And so photogenic means suitable for light. Suitable for light. Okay? Now, let's check it against the definition. The definition says attractive in pictures or photographs. So, does it go with it? Suitable for photographs, attractive in pictures or photographs. Does it mean the same thing? Have we kind of, yeah, pretty much. But you know what? We've taken a different perspective. And when you do this with vocabulary, you can put it in different contexts and you can see it as it's used differently. One of the things you guys are going to recognize when you read Romeo and Juliet is that Shakespeare uses words that we know, but he uses them differently than we do. And they imply a slightly different meaning just because of the context. It's really cool how he does it, okay? But by doing this kind of exercise, you guys are learning how to put words into a different light, slightly different meaning, okay? And the other reason this is important is, guess what? I may not have this exact definition on your test. I might have this definition. I might have this definition. I might make up something totally different, okay? You have to be able to recognize, if you're just memorizing random facts, then a different definition is going to throw you off, isn't it? Yeah.
Learning.
So if you're, if you're going to do it differently like this and see how you can do different definitions, then you guys can adapt, can't you?